used to be the block that we used to run up and down every day when we were kids. I could never go past here. I remember that. I was mad. I had to stay on this stupid block. Look at all these abandoned houses. They used to be filled with people. No, they're not. This house was in our family for a whole bunch of years. And I was born here. Oh my God, it just looks crazy now. There's so many memories in this house. Aww. Now it's just gone. They just let it go. They look at you like, ew. They think that you're dirty, you're disgusting, you're careless because of how your neighborhood is. And being from Baltimore, you always have to have your guard up. Like, you never know what can happen. People here want so much. They're so greedy. You can be walking down the street one day, get shot, stabbed the next day. You just always have to watch your back.
All my friends in high school turned into gangs because because they can do whatever they want. And I have to be careful what I make friends with.
The problem is tough, especially being a youth. I mean, a youth is that's at the bottom of the barrel in terms of Baltimore City.
Being an inner city youth is like you're not really heard. You're not heard at all.
A lot of our students are coming with other issues that deal with poverty, which hinder them from focusing on the regular, school day or academics. Some students who are dealing with poverty feel like they're not noticed.
So what we're faced with is having to use the language of public education and opportunity and social mobility to try and motivate students in a world where when they look around, they see that as a lie. The segregation that exists in the school is mirrored in the segregation of the neighborhoods within the city. It's a completely separate kind of world. There's a bounded reality. And so when you teach, it's very difficult sometimes to have a discussion about the larger world. And many of the children, the young adults now that they've become, crave and desire to break out of that bounded reality.
They needed to get out of the classroom. They needed to learn what a rural life, what another culture was like by being immersed in it, by working, living, eating in a culture that was not their own, and understanding poverty and issues that they were familiar with outside of their comfort zone. I wanted to leave the country because, I've been here all my life. I want to see new things, other things. This is only a small percentage of the world. There's a lot more to see.
I pretty much had this idea, yeah, I'm from Baltimore, but there's other places to experience because everywhere isn't like Baltimore. Nicaragua was the first place I've been out of the country.
And people kept saying, she's going outside the country, you can't, how do you feel about that? And I said, I can't allow other people's fears to motivate me or to move me. And I can't let my fears move her. If this is something that she wants to do, then I have to realize that I have to let her go.
It was like, yeah, man, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, man. You never going to do this again. Yeah, and then they was like, yeah, man, all the stress that you be going through sometime, man, this is like a mini vacation. You should take advantage of that. I was in that Spanish class that very day, and they was like talking about all the countries. Then I saw Nicaragua. I was like, oh, going to a different country. What of getting on a plane and going away somewhere. That's when they were like really hit me hard. And DeAndre, my little nephew DeAndre, he was like, man, you better go so you can tell me about it. I was like, okay, I'll do that. I don't really have no fears of anything.
I never been out of Baltimore. Like, I've been to Six Flags. Like, is that even out of Baltimore? That's what I remember thinking. Is that even out of Baltimore? First time out of your city, you usually go like next door, which is like Philadelphia, or you going next door to Virginia. But no, I'm going out of America. I'm like, wow, hey, that's a big leap.
Man, you can go anywhere you want now. You got a passport. You know, the odds against you put them in, you came out my womb. But don't let any of that stop you. The world is at your fingertips, you know. You being a black male in America, traveling everywhere, shoot, here I am. You know?
Took a lot of commitment from these youth for months to fundraise for it on their own, to write letters to their family members, to their communities, to businesses, so that they could be educated, so that they can also become more excited and start to understand how they're connected to these other people, and that's what the community is made up of.
I used to be afraid by leaving all my family behind, but now I'm excited to go on a trip to Nicaragua to help people to experience how life it is to live in that very country.
I want to see things differently than what I see them now. I want to have a different outlook. You better have a different outlook. Don't let me smack you in the mirror.